And this year, as we continue to build capacity around partnerships and really learning from each other and utilizing all the things that go around us, I happened to upon a woman who, for no better terminology, is absolutely stellar. I mean, she just is incredibly transformative in the culture that she's working with one of our partners, UNCW. And let me just read a little bit about her biography. Recognized by Philadelphia's Mainline Today magazine as a woman on the move, Molly Neese has worked for 4 universities, 1 corporation, built 3 companies, written 6 books in 4 years, gotten married, and gave birth to her son. Everything seemed perfect, or was it? Molly chased every shiny object that seemed to cross her path and got everything she wanted, or did she? I'm pretty sure she and I are related somewhere, so I'm kind of really akin to this story. Today, Molly enjoys sharing her story with others that moving fast and furious forward without being mindful of the present can be costly. As a result of finding the message in the mess, thousands have been able to reboot and realign their life. 2 years ago, Molly took yet another leap of faith and traded in what she built in Philadelphia to move her family to the beach, where she enjoys serving as UNC Wilmington's coach, consultant, and trainer for 1,700 employees, and developed the Dare to Learn Academy, the university's one-stop shop for learning and talent development. Molly also enjoys helping individuals and teams across the nation create their best life and their fullest potential with their inspirational keynotes and workshop. At this year's, tonight at the Banquet, here's a great opportunity for you to hear what it's like from her perspective on what it's like to be stellar. So without any further ado, just something for to enjoy and to be inspired by, I present Molly Neese. And there's your lobby.
Can I use a handheld one?
You can if you'd like.
Oh, that'd be fabulous.
Would you rather? Good.
Yes, listening to my bio, you're probably like, yeah, she's not a podium gal. No, I'm really not. How's everyone doing out there? All right, well, I have one rule. You must continue to eat while I speak. We can all agree to that? All right. Well, you did actually hear a little bit of my story, and yes, it's a crazy one, and just like tonight's theme is, we are all here because we had a story. We did something that got you here, and you'll see over here to your right, being stellar, it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. Guess what? You did it. So how do you get stellar, and how do you get more stellar, right? Well, I would like to, and again, yes, you can still eat when I ask you to stand, that's fine. We have no manners, it's okay, throw them out too tonight, all right? But I'd love for those who actually received the award, or the star, I should say, of professionalism. If you had professionalism as your star, and again, you might have 2 or 3. Fantastic! Stand up and be proud. This is your day. So let's continue to stand because I'd like integrity to stand next. Keep standing and one integrity. How about innovation? There we go. I like it. Innovation. Stewardship. How about stewardship? There's a couple more. And where's accountability? Love those people. I work in HR. Where's accountability now? You know, look at everybody. This is your night. Have a seat. Yes. This is your night. Because you are stellar. You are all here to make a difference. And as we go through being connected, you all now have a connection. Your connection is you're part of this program. You're part of really modeling way for others. How many of you have even thought about which one you want to get next year? Raise your hand, probably. Come on, own it, own it. Well, by the end, I hope everybody has their hand up. But really it's about, believing and achieving. We heard a lot of really great remarks before I came up, and it's really about what do you believe is possible? What do you believe is possible? I tell you, you learned a little bit of my story about taking a leap of faith and coming down here. I have to tell you, I was scared to death. The number one thing I like is financial security. How many of you like financial security out there? when our family took a trip to Key West. Anybody like Key West out there? Hey, we have some people out there. How many want to go to Key West? Okay. Sorry, we're not giving that away tonight, but you never know. So, Key West, family took a trip. We ran into a gentleman there 6 times. His name was Pat Croce. For those who may follow the 76ers basketball team, he was a former owner of them. And for some reason, we ran into him 6 different times. At the end, Chris, where's the mayor? Raise your hand, mayor. Mayor? Still there? I don't know. But anyhow, the gentleman said, I've seen you so many times, do you want to run for mayor? And I said, will you be my campaign manager? But what happened next was he shared with me that he has a pirate museum. A pirate museum in St. Augustine. He also has. So I'm like, pirates. I do leadership development. Maybe I'm supposed to do a pirate leadership something. So I put together a program and I pitched it to him. Here's little Molly pitching something to big old Pat Croce, who has tons of business, bazillionaire, does treasure coast with National Geographic, right? This is just me. I said, I'm going for it. And he said, I love it. I'll back you. Let's get this ship running. My husband said, let's move to Key West. I said, let's not. Let's think about our child. That is not a good place to raise a child, right? I said, but where's Blackbeard's ship? Anybody know? Where is it? Right up the coast, right? So he said, how about Wilmington? Let's move to Wilmington. I emailed my predecessor and I said, you know what? I'd love to move to Wilmington in 5 years. Is that a possibility? I never heard back. But if you believe in something, there's always another way. So, there was a position that was posted at UNCW. It was a benefits position, and for those who can kind of feel my energy, I like being out amongst the people, and it was just not my cup of tea. But I said, okay, I'm supposed to do this. I applied. The gentleman in my position, yes, I said my position, was still there. My boss said, that gentleman is leaving. You might want to apply for his job. 6 months later, we're here. Not only are we here, we discovered that someone that my husband knew, didn't know he lived here, he owned a pig farm, for goodness sake. And he happened to be a realtor. They went to college. We're all connected, folks. We ended up being in a house 2 houses down from him. What? I don't make this up. The point is we're all connected. We can see things as impossible. How is this even possible? You know, we took a 75% pay cut. Woohoo! What did I say is important to me? Financial security. What do you think everybody thought we were? Crazy. So, we went for it. So, the average of 10. Napoleon Hill. Have you ever heard of Napoleon Hill before? He has a book called Think and Grow Rich. Don't think rich means money. You all know that rich means other things too. He says that we're the average of the 10 people we spend the most time with. Imagine if I didn't have some people in that average of 10 that would tell me that we weren't crazy. So when you look around this room of stellar people, take note of who they are. It doesn't matter where they serve, where they work. You all have this in common. You now are the average of 280. Whatever the number is, right? It's a big number. You have an opportunity here, folks. And we need to see the bigger picture. You'll see it over here to the left in the theme of the stars. Anybody know what that constellation is? Gemini twins. Okay, that's the extent of my astronomy for tonight. But what the Gemini twins, they're just part of the bigger picture. Look at all those constellations. Here in New Hampshire County, we're all connected. And we need to keep that front of mind. When we moved here 2 years ago, home. We've never felt like this place is as home as it is, and it's because of what you're able to build. So what do we see? I've talked enough. What do you see when you look at that? Raise your hand. So I can come over and you can tell me. What do you see? Who sees a black dot? All right. Oh, did I mention I was a psych undergrad? Sorry, folks, it's there. Jonathan?
I see possibilities.
What do you see in the possibilities?
Key West.
All right, so anybody want to go to Key West? Get to know this guy. So what else do you see? Stuff? Swiss cheese. Who saw Swiss cheese? Okay, see, make a difference, be the difference. Hey, there we go. What else do you see? Snake eyes. Eyes? Oh, guys, I went animal. Sorry, I'm like snake eyes. I only see one eye. Got it. What else do you see? Oh, I love when you volunteer people. See, average of 10. Here we go. What do you have? Come on, Carla.
I see a snowman's belly button.
Oh, yeah. It is a snowman's belly button. How many of you wanted to have seen that? Because that was really original. I kid you not, being the academic that I am at times, this was a test that a professor did in his class. And he asked the students, what do you see? Do you know 70% of them said what? A black dot. So starting today, many of you already had some other ideas. I want you to imagine what you want in the white space. What do you want to see? Look at this as a starting point, because the mayor said we're at 18 months. Now the clock starts over, right? So, hey, what do we want to do next? So what do we want to do? We want to be the star. We want to be the star you were meant to be. How many of you have ever been challenged, or let's just say given challenging feedback about yourself? Yeah, come on, you're stellar. Stellar people always get some good stuff thrown at them, right? Yeah. So here's my story. When I got out of school, I worked in admissions in higher education. And they said, and this one woman said, man, I felt like I was in a Saturday Night Live skit. Well, that wasn't a compliment, but hey, now it's a career. But when you were in admissions, I said, I need to seek my own truth. I tracked the students and the parents who were in that information session in which that woman was a part of. Needless to say, she did have a very different delivery style than I had. It was at an all-women's school, all-women's institution. There were 20 women in that room looking to possibly apply. What percentage of them do you think matriculated into the school? You had nothing to lose. Just give me a number. Oh, I'm good, but not that good. I like you though, whoever said that over there. What do you think? I heard 30, I heard 5. The answer is 42%. The average, well, usually, the women's school typically is in a high matriculation rate. But I'm not saying I did that every time, but I tracked that because I needed to seek my own truth. You need to do the same thing. When you get feedback, as you become more and more stellar every year, because that's what we do, right? We become more and more stellar. We need to seek our own truth here. We need to test those assumptions because we can get really angry, right? I remember getting to, it was a state agency, and they said, I give you 6 months, that happiness is going to whip right out of you. Ooh, that's a challenge. I still have it. So we're challenged as we continue to become more and more stellar. So again, anybody recognize that constellation? Libra, you're right, the scales, right? So we need to seek that fact from fiction. How can we gain that insight? My father said my career is a bunch of fluff. He's a businessman, military trained, and also engineer. I get it. But then I was on stage with one of the people in which he took advisory from, Brian Tracy. He's an international bestseller or whatever, it's no big deal. But anyhow, it's a big deal because he listened to him. I said, Dad, I'm on stage with Brian Tracy, what do you think about that? Like, oh. All of a sudden, I have arrived. You know, so we need to seek your truth. Like, who are you really listening to? It goes back to the connection. It's about looking at what you want to be. I wouldn't be in front of you if it wasn't for Bo, if it wasn't for Liz Grimes at UNCW. I wouldn't be here saying, hey, go out and be the star. You know, so look and see where you're supposed to go next. Because discovering your true north. True north. We have many ages out in this beautiful audience. Imagine on this compass, that northeast. I'm going to take you back to when you were 10 years old. Remember that mind, that 10-year-old mind. Think about when you hit east, you turn 20. That can be happy for some, others are like, oh. Think about that. Your decade of 20s. Southeast, we're going into our 30s. All right, south. I don't think we're going south of 40. I turned 40 last year. But anyhow, 40, right? And then continue on to the north. The north is 80. If we can be so lucky to live that long. But imagine all those decades. If we look at our life as we seek our true north, and we look at our decades, you can kind of see where we are, but more importantly, where we're going to go. What do you want to say at age 50? You might not have it all figured out. Actually, you just need to drop that thought altogether because we're all works in progress, right? Yeah, we don't have it figured out, but we're trying to seek it. We're trying to seek that true north. So as you go through those pivotal turn of events, think about your pivotal turn of event. What was something in your life that was just like pivotal and it was like a wake up? You know? I had cancer. You know, that could be one of them. Moving down here, that could be another. You know, we all have these events. I'm here. Woo. You know, and that's the important part, right? We need to keep that front of mind because these people in New Hanover County, they need us. They might not know us by name, but they need us. So we need to embrace the possibilities. Embracing those possibilities are really important. What time am I doing? Am I getting? Aha, perfect. Yes, you're in luck. I have a timekeeper. So as you look to discover your true north, I want to do one last activity with you. How many of you have two hands? Okay, good. I didn't do it. All right. So what I want you to do is put your two hands together just like this. Okay. All right. So I want those with one hand. You'll see, because this is possible. One of your hands sometimes is bigger than the other. If you find, like, my left hand's bigger than my right. If you find that one of your hands are bigger than the other, I need you to stand. If you feel comfortable standing. If not, that's okay. I won't make you do anything crazy. I promise you. Only I do that. So when you put them together, how many of you had one hand a little bit bigger? Okay. All right, so we have three in the front. Oh, you've been through the front. Come on, don't let them stand alone. I know there's some more out there. Thank you, honest. Integrity, right? Integrity. Yeah, tell that truth. All right, so this is what I want you to do. The hand that is smaller, okay? So if you're at your seats and you're also like, okay, I just didn't want to stand, that's fine. Your smaller hand, I want you to look at it. And I'm going to tell you to say grow bigger 3 times when you're ready. Look, we just lost one. We just lost one. Come on, stay with me. It'll work. I promise. Okay, ready? You guys say grow bigger together. I'll do it with you. 1, 2, 3. Grow bigger, grow bigger, grow bigger. Now put them together. Did it work? Oh, yeah, that one worked. Yours is still a little bit. A little bit. How's yours? Yours worked pretty good. Oh, look, 2 out of 3, not bad. Congratulations. You have now put your fingers back together. No, the point of the matter is, look, you just did this without thinking. That's your subconscious mind working. You know, that is where that system of discovering your true north, only when you bring it to your consciousness is it possible or not possible. You have the capacity to be more stellar than you are today. Because you know what we all won today? We all won. We all won the lottery of life. I often like to say it's up to us how to spend it. So I'm going to take you back to probably age 5. Did anybody recognize this? Starlight, star, right. First star I see tonight. I wish I might. So you're all going into your next stellar journey. That next stellar journey, what is that going to look like? What is it that I need? What is it that I want? And I want you to think about what that is. As you leave here tonight, hopefully the sunshine will be down so that you can actually do this and make this work. I want you to be thinking about what's your next step in your stellar journey. Imagine those possibilities, because how many of you want to live to 80? Yeah. So let's start today and take our lives in decades and see how we can live our stellar journey one day at a time. Everyone, thank you very much. Keep making a difference by making a difference, everybody.
And Molly, before you leave, we have a coveted gift for you. One of the things, last year, Chad refused remuneration for his speaking, and Molly has done the same. And both are professional speakers, and so that's a real gift in of itself. But when we started our new service awards, we started with these incredible handmade mugs that are created by UNCW for our service awards. Well, they were so popular that we started getting requests for them for gifts. So we had a whole routine made of individual unique mugs made by UNCW's own Professor Aaron Wilcox. And so we have one of those for you for thanking you tonight. So thank you very much, Molly.